nothing just happens. Nothing just happens. Say that with me. Nothing. Say it again. Now, before you say it the third time, I want you to think about everything you have been through, good and bad. I want you to understand that the steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord, and he delighteth in his way. I want you to think about the things in your life that seemingly make no sense. Some of them were painful, some of them were hard to bear. Some of them you're going through right now are very frightening because you have uncertainty and apprehension and anxiety about what's going to happen out of this. And I want you to bathe your soul with these words, that your life is not chaotically confused or distraughtly composed or miscombobulated, but in fact that everything in your life has been carefully orchestrated by a God who is a conductor over the affairs and the events in your life. And I want you to get this so deep down in your spirit that whether things go good or bad from day to day, you are armed with the message that you heard this morning. Nothing just happens. Say it again. Say it again. Say it again. One more time. There's something about going through death and loss and pain and misfortune and adversity. There's something about going through things that don't seem fair to you, that once you go through them, you need to make sense of the madness in your life. Since you can't change what happened and you can't alter what you've been through, at least you need to be able to think that there's some greater good that's going to come out of it. It's what they call bringing closure. To bring closure to it, to justify that I didn't go through this kind of pain for nothing. I need to be able to feel like something good is going to come out of this. If I can't do that, then I feel like I'm a victim, and I feel like I've been victimized, and I forever feel sorry for myself, and I'm not free to go on with my life, and I'm not safe to remarry again, and I'm not safe to get another job again, and I'm not safe in another church again because I have unresolved issues out of my past, and I'm not ready to go forward with my life because I'm still tied up with where I came from. I need to know if I'm going to continue to worship God, I need to know that some demon didn't get loose in my life and wreck my life. I need to know that all hell has not broken loose in my life, that Satan hasn't snatched the steering wheel from God and is driving my life to hell. I need to know that the demonic influences of my enemies have not taken over my life, even though I feel like my life has become a prey to Satanism, wickedness, and carnality. I need to know that God is not through working it out, and that sooner or later he's going to do something in my life that makes sense. I need to know that nothing just happens. And so the women shared a tear together. They wept together. They cried together. They shared pain together. They shared burial together. They shared their losses together. They shared their emptiness together. And Naomi decided, this is it. Got to split. I'm going to quit. I'm going back home where I came from. Gotta go. Can't take anymore. I'm going back home. I'm bitter, but I'm going back home bitter. I'm frustrated, but I'm going back home. And they fell on Naomi and began to weep because Naomi had left a significant impression on them. And all of a sudden, in the midst of this pain, Naomi starts reasoning with them. Stop crying. Stop crying. I have no options. What am I going to do? She said, if I married today and had more children, what are you going to do? Wait for the children to become grown that they might be your husbands again? She says, I'm out of the game. The clock is against me. Oh, I wish I had time. I wish I had time to talk about time. And so Orpah walks away. She walks away. I may have to turn this into a series because I can't get out of this. Orpah walks away and she cries and she goes back. And there are people who can walk away from you. And hear me when I tell you this. When people can walk away from you, let them walk. When people can walk away from you, let them walk. I can sit down now, I preach. I can sit down, I don't need to make an altar call or nothing. I can sit, I don't have to hoop, I don't have to make you shout. I have just preached right now. When people can walk away from you, let them walk. I don't want you to try to talk another person into staying with you, loving you, calling you, caring about you, coming to see you, staying attached to you. I mean, hang up the phone. When people can walk away from you, let them walk. I don't care how wonderful they are. I don't care how attracted you are to them. I don't care what they did for you 20 years ago. I don't care what the situation is. When people can walk away from you, let them walk. Because your destiny is not tied to the person who left. You don't hear me? You don't want me this morning. You better leave me alone. You better run out of here. Don't let my voice fool you. Ain't nothing wrong with my head. Your destiny is never tied to anybody that left. The Bible said that they came out from us, that it might be made manifest that they were not of us. For had they been of us, no doubt they would have continued with us. People leave you because they're not joined to you. And if they're not joined to you, you get super glue and you can't make them stay. Let them go. And it doesn't mean that Orpah was a bad person. It just means that Orpah's part in the story is over. And you got to know when people's part in your story is over so that you don't keep trying to raise the dead. You got to know when it's dead, David. When your boy is dead, wash your face and have another baby. You got to know when it's over. You got to know when it's over. You got to know when it's over. Let them go. Oh, my God, my God, my God, my God. I don't care how wonderful they are. I don't care how attracted you are to them. I don't care what they did for you 20 years ago. I don't care what the situation is. When people can walk away from you, let them walk. Because your destiny is not tied to the person who left. Let them go. Look at somebody and say, nothing just happens. If they walked away, it's no accident. If they left you, it's no accident. If you tried to make it work and it wouldn't work, it's no accident. Accept it as the will of God. Clap your hands, wash your face, do your dance, and keep going. Oh, baby, don't make me preach it. Let me tell you something. I got the gift of goodbye. I got the gift of goodbye. It's a spiritual gift. I believe in goodbye. It's not that I'm hateful. It's that I'm faithful. And I know whatever God needs for me to have, he'll give it to me. And if it takes too much sweat, I don't need it. Stop begging people to stay. Let them go. I don't want you to try to talk another person into staying with you, loving you, calling you, caring about you, coming to see you, staying attached to you. I mean, hang up the phone. When people can walk away from you, let them walk. And I want you to get this so deep down in your spirit that whether things go good or bad from day to day, you are armed with the message that you heard this morning. Nothing just happens. Say it again.
Nothing just happens.
Say it again.
Nothing just happens.
Say it again.
Nothing just happens.
One more time.